And so it comes to this. I've enjoyed our travels. But if you remember the terms of our agreement, I was only to serve until I found my true master. Behold, the last remnant of the Serpent Man. I was a gift to the Giant Kings to advise and to teach, to betray. I whispered to the Priest King, and he cursed his only child and turned the war against his people. I whispered to the War Maker, and he unleashed the sandstorm that turned their fertile lands to arid desert. I whispered to the Archivist, and he activated the curse wall, trapping the humans forever. And I whispered to you, and you brought me home. The Serpent people are almost gone, but their hatred for your kind burns strong. Though his name be forgotten, all your cursed race must pay for the crimes of the King Cole of Atlantis. You will be cleansed! Oh, pardon me. I've been trapped in a vat of slug feces for a few thousand years. Makes the throat a little raw. As if I have a throat. Now, on to the terms of our agreement. Now, I promise to serve you, providing wisdom and knowledge until the day I'm returned to the one who summoned me. And in return, you promise not to throw me into any sewers. Sound good? Excellent. Now, let's find out exactly where and when we are. I can see you're wearing a slave bracelet, which means we can't be that far from the capital, or you'd be a pile of exploded guts. So logically, we must find the map room. Now, I need to get the lay of the land. Yes! I live again! Oh, may the earth tremble at my coming, and all of that. Oh, hello! Well, I have you to thank for awakening me, yes? Oh, you've done a very great thing. My former masters were upset with my advice. I was thrown into that sewer in a fit of pique. Apparently, my endless wisdom was only at a premium when they were winning the war. Oh, look at this place. I haven't seen such a mess since the fall of Fallujah. And look, the Archivist. Oh, sorry-looking shade that he is. He can probably tell us something about the current situation. Besides, he used to be thick as thieves with my old master. Together, they created that bracelet you're wearing. He might be able to tell you how to get rid of it. Just don't believe anything he says about me. Ooh, the Diadem of the Giant Kings, an artifact of singularly unimpressive power. My former master, known as the Priest King, used to wear it as a symbol of his authority. His head looked like a carrot with a silver belt wrapped around it. But it certainly provided him with all the qualities you'd expect of an elderly authority figure. Stuffiness, a great love of his own voice, and the inability to control his bowels. The last time I saw his face, I was tumbling down into the dregs. It was right before he went north to do battle with his half-breed son, Tyrus. I checked the northern battlefield. Someone has probably smelled him. Oh, I liked her. The Witch Queen of Lemuria was powerful and beautiful, and not opposed to the occasional orgy. Well, I remember some of the rituals she performed, writhing naked upon the altar of Dagon, while her followers gave themselves over to the rites of ecstasy. Oh God, those blood-soaked moments. I remember her grip on my haft. Oh, stiff and unyielding to a sorceress ministry. Oh, sorry. Forgive me. Now, if you need her mask, I can only imagine it will not be far from her palace. Her people built a city in the eastern swamplands. We should visit it. Now, the Priest King had an inordinate fondness for blood sport. I mean, you'd think a creature that spent his days elbow-deep in tentacles, eyeballs and severed limbs would tire of violence. In any case, He used to put his bastard half-son in battles in the arena. It was all a bit of a joke, you know. Tyros was a lot bigger than all the other humans, and so naturally he excelled. But he was awarded the Star of the Champion by the Triumvirate. Yeah. And the Warmaker, well, truth be told, he was a little put out about the success of the Priest King's son. So he put his pet dragon up against the boy. And just when you thought the bastard's luck had finally run out, he ripped off his own horn and jammed it into his brain by way of an eye socket. "I salute thee, noble beast," he said, and he pinned the Star of the Champion to the creature before giving up his gladiator career forever. Sickeningly noble bastard, but he knew how to please a crowd, so I'll give him that. Yeah, well, this one is rather embarrassing. Now, the Priest King asked me for a weapon to use against the humans who were invading their lands. The Witch Queen had just unleashed a powerful spell that tore up half the north and left a boiling crater in the land. He was getting desperate. So, I suggested this. A sorcery of the old world that calls forth a primal elemental and imprisons it. I thought he would use it to blast the Witch Queen with fire or something, but instead he captures a storm elemental and imprisons it in the Scourge Stone. And then he gave it to the Warmaker to use as he saw fit. Now, I know the Warmaker crushed it as part of his ritual. Now, you're wondering why the exiled lands went from green and lush to arid desert? Look no further. I don't know, to follow the sandstorm? Something had to stop it moving further east after all. Huh? Well, you need the tears of two races? Well, it's only one place you can find that mix. Tyros, the half-breed, part giant king, part human. His mother liked him big, know what I mean? Anyway, making him cry, that's something else. I mean, I heard later on he was called Kinscourge and Deathbringer. By the other side, of course. Some people just don't know how to lose a war gracefully. Well, best bet is to find out if there was anyone he loved. Heroes like to bawl when their loved ones get a finger or two ripped off. I'm just saying. This is a dangerous line of questioning. You should forget that you ever heard of that object. It would be better for you in the long run. Once the Giant Kings were the favourite of Set, the old serpent. No, they'd never admit it when I dwelt among them. I mean, they had the serpent ring of Set, stolen from my people. The serpent people who went extinct thousands of years ago. One of the Triumvirate would know more. That's all I know.